Hello everyone, it's Helder here from Natural Training Center. Today's tip or tutorial is going to be basically on your foot position to help you avoid tweaking out your knees and the knee pain that some people are incurring because of the improper structure. And at the same time, by addressing this issue, you're just going to get a better, stronger, more effective kettlebell swing. The issue that we're having is when people line up, we should have our shins straight ahead, our knees are over, tracking our two bigger toes, trying to keep everything as pointed as straight as possible, shoulder width apart and going forward. So if we end up opening up the feet just a little bit to make that V, that's okay, but what happens is people are going to the extreme and opening it up too much, usually because of tight IT bands and other funky stuff that's going on that I don't want to get into in this tutorial. So what we're going to try to do is remedy that, trying to correct it, because not only are we going to save our knees and save that anguish and keep us working towards our goals and keep us moving by keeping us healthy, but you're also in return going to develop better biomechanics that's going to give you a more powerful kettlebell swing, which will translate into any other movement that you perform, whether it's just everyday life or whether it's a specific sport or whatever the case may be. So let's go ahead and work on a couple of those feedback points that'll hopefully help alleviate this and get you to a better kettlebell swing, as well as pain-free on the knees. All right, so what I'd like to do here is use a couple yoga blocks. Since it was nice and convenient, you can use sticks if you're out in the field. Basically anything that would easily tip over if it was touched, okay? Because that's how we're gonna get the proper feedback to know that if we have the right mechanics going on, and at the same time, once we do find the feedback points that are telling us what we're doing wrong, we're able to address that and start correcting it. So all I'm doing here is trying to get my proper stance, okay? The core is activated, shoulders are rolled and packed down, core is activated, feet are shoulder width apart, knees are tracking the two bigger toes going forward, which is really the whole purpose of this tutorial. And now that I have that proper stance, what I'm going to do is take my two yoga blocks and basically put them against my foot, knowing that my feet are in the proper position, okay? So now you can basically tell if I'm going to go back, and before I even put resistance in my hand, let me try it without any resistance and make sure that I have that pattern recruited. So I'll go ahead and sit back with my hips, punch forward, sit back with my hips, punch forward, just mimicking that kettlebell swing. And as you can tell, the yoga blocks are not moving, so my feet are pretty much in the proper position that they should be in. If my feet started to spray out a little bit, you can tell that the yoga blocks are moving, okay? Most likely they're gonna fall, whatever the case may be, okay? They don't need to fall. If you just see that they're moving, you know that something is up. A lot of times one side will be weaker or stronger than the other, okay, depending on how you're evaluating that, but something is off, and what we're trying to do is balance everything out so that both feet are doing the exact same thing, and that would be trying to stay as straight as possible, okay? So once again, if I give you a side view, putting them on the side, I'll go ahead and mimic kettlebell swing. You can tell the yoga blocks aren't moving, but if I were to move them out a little bit, you could tell the yoga blocks are going to fall. So that's a great way to get that feedback. Once again, if we were to do it with the kettlebell swing, same thing applies. And yoga blocks didn't fall, so I'm good to go, but believe me, it wasn't always like that. So hopefully this is something you can put into your arsenal, self-coach, self-correct, work at your own pace, and hopefully this will help you out. Once again, Helder, Natural Training Center. Hope this helped you out.